No one's gonna believe us. They're gonna think we did this. They're gonna think it was us.
We have to break the circle to break the curse. That's why our phones don't work. We're trapped. We're cut off from reality. We're in a time loop until we lift the curse.
What if the spell... What if it doesn't work?
It will. Come on.
What's that?
Guys, I think he's coming.
Mummy, rest now. Rest in the land of darkness. Mummy, rest now, for you shall not be awake for this curse. Mummy, rest now, for you shall not be alive for this time. Mummy, rest now. Mummy, rest now. Mummy, rest now. For you shall not be awake at this time. Mummy, rest now.
We did it. We did it. Looks like you found our mummy. Men! We got him! Let's go!
Creepy as fuck.
Uh-huh. Mask up. Serious.
You know, considering the smell, doesn't smell that bad. You know, being dead for so long. Considering what they said about the stench if you breathe that stuff in.
Kind of creepy.
You're not scared of a dead corpse now, are you?
Well, you know the legends.
The legends? The urban legends? You tosser.
Well, I've always been wanting to be a bit of a, I don't know, a bit of a believer in the supernatural.
Come on, ain't nothing to be scared about. A dead corpse wrapped up in cloth, mate.
After Holly.
Sorry.
What's going on?
It's nothing.
Holly, come on.
It's just my brother hasn't been replying to my texts or calls. And he left me this really strange voice message yesterday, and I'm worried about him. You know?
Well, what kind of voice message?
Well, he has bipolar, so we have to be really careful around him, you know. And he was just having a moment, and in the message he said that he felt really alone. Yeah.
I'm sure it's nothing. Just give him time.
Yeah. I just worry about his mental state. Like, since Dad left, and now his girlfriend's left him, I don't want him to think he's alone, you know?
Well, I'm sure he'll call you back tonight. Stop being such a worrywart.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're totally right. I'm just being silly.
I am always right, Missy.
Yeah.
Yeah, lady, we left that thing in your class if you want to go and check it out. We're going to head off in 10, so any issues, give us a shout.
Okay, lovely. Thank you.
Just to let you know, love, that body's been in that crate for years, thousands. We don't know what's in it. Stale air, so when you go around it, just make sure you wear a mask.
Of course. No problem. I understand.
Yeah, there was an incident when they found that thing. Someone died. They don't know exactly what happened. Some say it was mold from an allergic reaction. Others say it was gas. You know, it could burn your eyes, your nose, kill you, basically.
Look, we're not trying to scare you off or nothing. Just make sure whoever goes near that thing is wearing a mask.
Rightio.
See ya.
Thank you. Bye.
What was that, Miss Dawson?
Do you want to come and take a look? Come with me. Stay there. Do you like it? We spent most of the university budget on it.
Wow. This is fascinating, Miss Dawson. The students will love this.
That's enough for today. You can examine it properly tomorrow.
I just
alone in so long. And I feel like I'm messing everything up. I try so hard, but whatever I do seems to go wrong. Sometimes I don't know if this is for me, you know? I just don't know.
You can't keep listening to that.
You're back early.
Look, if you want to, I don't know, go by his place, I can come with you.
I don't want to suffocate him. He clearly wants his space, and I just need to give it to him.
Whatever you think is best, I will be there, and I will support you.
Well, it's number one flatmate.
You know it.
Hello?
No, that's fine. She's here with me now. No, but, you know, these things, they take time, yeah. All right, yeah, let her know. Thank you, you too. Bye. Hey, so, your mom said not to go over there right now. Just because your dad's all over the place. They don't want you to see him in this state. She said just, you know, give it a day or so and we can see.
Did she say how he did it?
Holly, I think you really need to focus on yourself right now.
I want to know.
Why?
He's my brother. I want to know.
I don't think now is the time, you know.
I've got to go.
Where?
Class.
What? No. You can't go anywhere today. I called in sick. You have to stay here.
I can't sit here with these thoughts. You know me. I need something to focus on, and we have finals coming up, and this isn't the time to be slacking off, and we really need to do well.
Okay, I get that you want to keep busy. I do. But you don't need to do this, okay? You can stay here with me.
What I need is for things to feel normal right now. Okay.
Okay, class. Today, I have a very special treat for you. In our last lesson, we went over the history of mummification and mummies. Today, you're going to be able to see and examine one in real life. However, You must wear the masks that are on your desk at all times when going anywhere near the mummy. I cannot stress how important this is. It's for your health and safety. Remember what I taught you when they opened the pharaoh's tomb? An archaeologist died. And this was caused by different kinds of mold, which may cause allergic reactions, or a concoction of different substances which are toxic and could potentially kill you. So please be careful and follow my instructions when going near the mummy. And wear your masks. Remember, the mummy is very, very old, and we have to preserve it. As well as yourselves, of course. Now, I, for one, never thought or even dreamed we'd be able to have first-hand experience at examining a mummy. Well, not within the walls of the university. But finals are coming up, and you need to write about the Egyptian ways of living. Now, that includes the time and the period and methods. And, of course, mummification. Now, who can tell me what a mummy is? Anyone? No? A mummy is someone whose body has been preserved after death. When I said mummy, how many of you pictured a human form wrapped in layers of bandages arising from a tomb in a zombified manner? Mummies are real and have a fascinating history. And contrary to popular belief, they don't rise from the dead. Mummification has been found all over the world and used by various different civilizations such as Incan, African, Aztec, Aboriginal and ancient European and many more. It's been used for thousands of years to honor and preserve the dead. Now, these rituals range from one civilization to the next. Some cultures chose to mummify all of its citizens, whereas others chose to mummify only the very wealthy or people of status. The easiest way to create a mummy was to expose the body to sun or fire or freezing cold. And that's because most bacteria cannot live or survive in extreme temperatures. Now, for Egyptian mummies. Now, the most important part of a body to be mummified back then was to preserve as much skin tissue as possible. And the mummification experts were the priests. As you all know, Egypt is a fairly hot country, so it was pretty easy to mummify and dry out a corpse. However, there was a very specific process that you had to follow to ensure that the dead would be granted passage to the afterlife. Yes?
What time period was this mummy from?
This is an authentic Egyptian mummy, unearthed from an Egyptian temple. The ancient Egyptian kings. This is said to be one of them. And what makes this so special is that we are the first university to be granted access to this mummy.
You're saying we get to unearth the findings behind this mummy?
Yes. And if your findings are proven to be substantial, they will be published in writing. This could be a career-changing opportunity for you all. If we can uncover more about this ancient king, well, this could set you all up as archaeology students going straight into research jobs. Right, so, gloves on and come and take a look.
Do you mind if I... take a look at this?
Of course.
Yo, yo, yo!
Kira.
Sorry, didn't mean to make you jump.
So check this out. This king, he wasn't just an ancient Egyptian king. He was part of a pack of kings that ruled between approximately 450 and 250 BC.
Holy shit, you serious?
Yeah, I can't find anything online to suggest otherwise. And these words, they're... like, there's something... I don't know.
You should tell Miss Dawson.
Kira, don't look at me like that.
Mark told me.
I just don't want to talk about it right now, okay?
You shouldn't hide stuff like this from me. I'm your best friend. You don't need to hide this from me. I want to help. And the way I help is I need to know what's going on.
Sorry. I just... my head's not been in the right place, and I don't know how to deal with this right now. You know, and I just find it easier if we just...
Don't dig a big hole that you can't get out of, Holly.
I'm sorry I'm like this.
Don't be sorry. Now, go and tell Miss Dawson what you found.
Okay.
God, I wonder what that would have been like, to be mummified while you're still alive.
Yeah, but that didn't happen here, right?
No, it was a method of torture.
Some bodies were mummified accidentally, like the mummies of Guanajuato, discovered in Mexico, where over 100 mummies were found in above-ground crypts. It would appear that due to the extreme heat and the mixture of sulfur and different minerals that caused the bodies to mummify naturally, but accidentally. Some found that Buddhist monks practiced self-mummification. To achieve this, they would starve themselves and then only eat certain foods that would boost the decay process, trying to get rid of their body fat. They would then drink poisonous sap to make them vomit, to get rid of bodily fluids. And the poisonous sap made the body unsavory to bugs, who had a penchant for feasting on corpses. The final stage of the process, they would be buried alive and wait to die, and be mummified. They usually died pretty quickly, and on occasion, the self-mummification worked.
Hey, I think I found something.
I can't quite believe it. The discovery of the hidden kings.
A king erased by history.
So you don't think this is a discovery, as such?
The story is, why were these kings hidden? What were they doing that made people want them hidden in history?
It's absolutely fascinating. Tracy, be careful with that.
It's beautiful, huh?
Just don't drop it. Let me just check this out.
The kingdom rose, the darkness be chose. The men that be, the men that see, allow them to rise. Let the dark foreshadow the light. Allow him to rise.
His words, they don't make sense. The kingdom rose, the darkness be chose. Miss Dawson, do you think this could be some kind of, I don't know, like, prayer?
Let me see. A prayer? No. A summoning. A spell? Dark magic. Let me show this to Professor Matthews. Wait here. Grace.
Hi, Martha. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. Sorry to come in. Look, I think I found something.
The students enjoying their mummy?
We think that we found something. We think that the mummy we had delivered, we think it was a hidden king. A period of time in ancient history was deleted. People didn't know what happened. It was like a chapter of ancient Egyptian history was just erased. But we think we know who walked in those times.
I thought this was just going to be a good photo opportunity.
We think that those who walked then were the lost kings. They were said to be that of a myth, but now, I think that what we have here is in fact a lost king. Look. Do you see what I do?
We shouldn't get too excited. Have your team keep working on it, but keep it on the low down. This could be a brilliant breakthrough.
A real true discovery.
I know. We could be famous.
No, but seriously, this is incredible. People spend their whole lives trying to uncover history, and here we are. We might have just done it.
Well, we sure as well will be remembered if this is legit.
Yeah. Do you want anything?
No, but fine, thanks.
Back in a bit.
That'll be fine.
How is she doing, really?
Well, she's not saying much. I think she blames herself deep down.
It's not her fault. What happened with her brother? I mean, you can't predict what people are thinking inside.
He called her and asked her to come over to his place. She feels like she failed him.
Yeah, but she didn't know that was going to be his last ever phone call.
We just gotta be there for her if and when she might need us, okay?
is it?
I have no idea.
You don't think it?
No.
No.
No, someone moved it.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Come on, we need to go. Come on. Someone there? If someone's messing about, come out now. Right, whoever moved this thing, come out now, please. I said, whoever moved this thing, come out now. If you don't tell me, I'll find out myself.
Mom? Great. Signal.
What do you mean the mummy has gone?
We think someone took it, stole it, shit, I don't know.
We're just really scared that Tracy's dead.
What's going on?
Something happened to Tracy.
Girls, what is going on here?
I don't. She was right there. I'm confused.
You said that Tracy was on the ground. Are you sure it wasn't a joke?
No, miss, she was there. She wasn't moving.
Yeah, we checked her breathing.
You have to believe us.
What exactly happened?
She was laying on the ground, and we checked her, but nothing. She was totally gone.
Well, if what you're saying is true, then we need to seal off this room and call the police.
No, someone's in the school. We've got to get out.
Or maybe it's what you said, miss. Like, what if there was a chemical released by the mummy? Was she wearing her mask around it?
She was.
the mummy.
All I can think is that someone broke in and stole the mummy.
And Tracy tried to fend them off and got attacked.
And what the girls saw...
She wasn't dead, she was knocked out.
But if that happened, why hasn't Tracy shown up by now?
Tracy would have called the police or something, surely.
What do you want to do tonight?
Not sure. Open-minded. We have to be there for Holly. Maybe we could do something for her, something nice? We could go get some food or something.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to go and see Brian.
Please give up on that guy. He's a total douche.
Hot douche?
But still a douche. Like, why do you need him, Lynn? Okay, I'm sorry, but you know me and I have to be honest with you.
Go on.
Well, if he was into you, you would know by now.
What do you mean?
Well, he's had his shot with you and he's pushed and pushed you away. He just doesn't see what he has with you.
What, so you think I should just sack it off then?
I would say so. Trace, I don't think there's any soap in that sink. Tracy. Tracy? Tracy. Tracy, what happened to you?
has happened?
Hello? Hello, this is an emergency. Can any member of staff read me? Hello? We need assistance urgently. There's nothing. There's no signal.
Everyone, check your phones.
Nothing.
No, me neither.
So weird, we usually have signal.
Right, who has a car?
Mine's out back.
Okay, Mark, take your car, all right? Go to the nearest house, call the police. I'm going to stay here and look for Tracy.
I don't want to stay here.
Come with me.
Okay.
Holly, come.
Oh, I can't leave Tracy. You go.
We'll be back. We'll be back.
What the hell?
We just...
We just went through the front door and...
Yeah.
Why are we in reception again?
I have no idea.
The phone!
Please, don't tell me.
How can all the phones in the school be down? I was taking a call not an hour ago. They were fine.
It's just dawned on me. But where is everyone else?
What do you mean?
All the other students. Where are they?
Holly, what are you doing? It's not really the time for studying.
I don't think someone just broke in and stole the mummy.
What are you saying?
This isn't adding up. Just give me a sec. What the...
What is it?
These research assistants, they awoke the mummy.
Let me see.
September 4th, 2014, Reese Warrington, Liv Taylor, and Thomas Cook vanished after 4 of their friends were discovered in the woodlands of East England. The relatives of the suspects said they were excited about their findings. They believed they'd found a mummy from a century in history which is lost with no records. Over 24 hours, the bodies of the 4 friends were found nearby a site which looked to be for a sacrificial ritual. The suspects and the mummy were never found.
And what does this have to do with us?
I can feel it in my bones. Something isn't right here.
Are you sure it's that and not what's going on?
What do you mean?
I mean, things are tough right now. You might want to go home, get some rest.
Kira, I'm fine.
I pushed the door, and I should go straight out to my car, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just push the door, and I go straight out to my car.
Yeah, you should. You should walk out the front door and go straight to your car.
Right?
Right.
What the fuck?
something new with me every Monday, Ghost Hunter George. Today we're going to be going all the way to Egypt. I have a feeling you guys know where I'm going with this. We are going to be talking about mummies. So without further ado, let's get to it.
Where did the girls go? God, not the time to be splitting up, ladies.
Grace? Grace? Miss Matthews? What on earth is going on here? Miss Matthews. Miss Matthews. Miss Matthews.
Famous mummies is Tutankhamun, also known as King Tut, and according to legend, if you disturb a mummy's tomb, it leads to death. That did not stop Carter from continuing to explore Tut's burial ground. However, the media went into a frenzy when they heard that several members of this expedition died early of unnatural causes. However, this curse spared Carter's life back in 1922. It is said that mummies can't feel pain, and they're usually hard to kill. Now, some people might find this hard to believe, but mummies, they are not just found in Egypt. They are found all over the world in places like South America and Europe. And some mummies are intentionally preserved, and sometimes they're naturally preserved. And they can be found in places like caves, deserts, and all over the place. The most common misconception is that people think that only the pharaohs were mummified, which is not the case at all. In fact, in ancient Egypt, all the deceased were mummified by their relatives. The difference was only the pharaohs were put into sarcophaguses in elaborate tombs filled with things they would need in the afterlife, such as food, wine, perfume, to name a few. Some of them were even buried with their pets and servants. However, for the poor, according to Egyptologist Salma Akram, their bodies were filled with juniper oil, which would help dissolve the organs before burial. The way that ancient Egyptians treated a dead body was called mummification.
Holly, I feel like I'm watching a history lesson.
And leave a dried form so they wouldn't
Bitch,
decay easily.
watch.
It was so important for them to keep the bodies as lifelike as possible. You know, guys, this is so crazy. I mean, you could see a mummy today, and get a good idea of what they would look like, and were buried like 3,000 years ago. I mean, that's totally crazy.
Thank God it's not just us.
We thought we were going crazy.
What the hell is going on?
I don't know what I'm watching this for.
The Lost Kings.
It is said that the lost kings are the most feared. They are said to be erased from history because they dabbled in the dark arts, human sacrifice, and evil deeds. They were also hidden due to the myth that if you were to come across their bodies, they might live again. They practiced the black magic. Their goal was to live forever, continue their reign, taking over the world. It is said, though, that all of the lost kings were all taken down and killed in one final battle. They were all wrapped up, put in their tombs, and left to die. But see, here's the thing. The tombs, they have never been found. The lost kings' tombs, no one's ever found them.
This book, it mentions the Lost Kings. I think that's what we have.
This is a myth, Holly.
A myth because it's never been found.
Don't freak out. I'm sure it's nothing. There's no mummy left up there. I'll go check, okay? Holly, there's nothing here.
Kira?
We already tried that.
It doesn't work.
What is happening? I don't know. It's like whenever we exit, we go back to the beginning. It's like a loop or something. The text. It was right. What do you mean? It's an ancient curse. We're stuck in some alter universe of the same reality. Unable to escape. It's 2 in the morning, but outside it's like time hasn't moved.
Yeah, it's like time's frozen still.
We're trapped in a period of time unable to escape it. We've got to find the others. Yes.
If what the book says is true, we awoke the mummy with that chant.
What chant? I don't recall being a part of any chant.
I think it was
anyone in the school or in the grounds when it was said?
I don't recall this.
I said it. The kingdom rose, the darkness be chose. The men that see, the men that be, allow them to rise. Let the dark foreshadow the light, allow him to rise.
Tracy. Upstairs. She was fucked.
What happened?
Me and Maura, we were in the toilets. And then Tracy came in. She just attacked her. For no reason, she just went batshit crazy. And she dragged her out. And then... God.
What happened? Where is Maura?
Tracy and Miss Matthews, they held her down, and then the mummy, he cut her throat. He drained her blood like it was some ritual. And Tracy and Miss Matthews, it's like it wasn't them. Something about their eyes, like there was no life in them. Like they'd been taken over by some sort of dark force. Kind of zombie-like, if that makes any sense.
That is the craziest shit I've ever heard. But okay.
Look, I don't know what the hell's going on here, but you should have seen their faces. You should have seen Maura's eyes. They were soulless. It wasn't her. It wasn't Maura. Do you know what I mean? Whatever was inside of her, it wasn't her. I don't want that to happen to me. I don't want that to be me.
It won't be you, okay? We won't let it.
It was so messed up. She was so crazy. I'm really scared.
I've got it. He collects the souls within the amulet and replaces them with the dark energy from the kings.
And why do they want to do this?
To fulfill the prophecy, what they started all those years ago.
Well, there has to be some way to stop it.
Going by this, he has 24 hours to collect the souls of everyone in the presence of his resurrection. And if he can store the souls within the amulet, then he can make the final sacrifice. And that's how he'll roam the earth forever.
So we just wait until sunrise? But it's already daylight.
It's sunrise within an hour, if my phone's right.
We're stuck in time. We're stuck in the moment when the chant was said.
It's like we awoken him, and a curse has started, and we're stuck in the same time window as the curse. So we can't leave, we can't escape, not until this is all over.
We just have to wait it out.
But what happens if he manages to do it?
We can't let him win.
Why are they acting like this? Why are their eyes black? Why are they acting like zombies?
Part of the curse? An infection? I don't know.
Could it be like what you said, like maybe a mummification contamination?
No. We want masks around it. I don't believe it's the same thing.
Then why are people acting like that?
You have to find Holly. She had the book. I think the answers are inside that book. How to stop this.
Do you really think it can be stopped?
You have to translate what's inside that book. And I believe it can be stopped. There has to be a way. Ancient curses. If this is a curse, there will be a way to stop it. We have to figure a way out.
What if he's killed everybody?
Hide.
No, I'm not leaving you.
Do as I say. Hide!
If they had any sense, they should be hiding, like we should be. Yeah, or else they've been turned. Do you think they can turn back? What do you mean? Once they've been turned, do you think they can be reverted back to the way they were?
Well, once he has their souls, the book read as if they were gone. But once he's been turned back, their souls will be freed to the afterlife. I need to know if what that book says is true. If I walk out of this building and I come back inside, then we know we can trust what it says.
Well, if that's the case, then I'm not going in.
I'll go. Girls, wait a minute. Jesse. Jesse. No.
What the fuck was that? I don't know. What's happened to Jesse? I don't know. Oh my God. Holly. We can't just leave like that. No.
It's too dangerous.
You stay here. It's gonna be fine.
No, Kira.
Please.
Are you here for detention?
They're not. I can't.
What the hell are they doing?
It's the final sacrifice. In order for the mummy to fully rise, he has to collect the souls of everyone present at his resurrection. Then he can make the final sacrifice, and then he can be reborn.
What's the final sacrifice?
Consumption of a human heart, and to be reborn in human flesh.
Oh, God. He's gonna use us as the...
To be reborn. It's 2 minutes till dawn. We're stuck in the time that the resurrection was done. So, if he can't make the final sacrifice,
so
he can't be reborn.
So we either get out of these ropes in the next 2 minutes, or
he's reborn.
Who's your mummy now?
Get these things off me.
He's vanquished.
Oh, he's vanquished, is he?
Should we?
Let's get the hell out of here.
No one's ever gonna believe us. Mom? Hi. I'm coming home. We're coming right now.
So what was it they said?
I don't know. Apparently somebody said that they think they saw a mummy or something like that.
Well, a bunch of kids were found brutally murdered, yeah?
Yeah, and some friends apparently got some weapons and started bumping off each other and all that. Some sort of, I don't know, battle royale or something.
You don't think...
What? That the mummy did it?
Come on now.
Mate, we're going to go in the room in a moment and collect that thing. Get it together, mate.
Well, you don't believe in that sort of stuff.
Mummies walking around, the undead rising, zombies and all that. No, I don't, mate.
But they found inconsistencies with the victims' bodies.
How so?
Well, they think someone involved escaped, who had something to do with it.
I'm telling you, mate, it's that girl, all right? And her friend, all right? She's the one who's doing all this crazy shit. I mean, seriously, they were saying that she was part of a devil-worshipping cult or something.
She seems so normal.
So was my last bird.
Yeah, but seriously, though, she was just a student. Well, they couldn't have done this to each other. Like, no one called the cops, no one tried to escape, and the police just said that the doors were all open.
I mean, are you listening to me? Kids are thick, all right?
Oh, I don't think it was them.
Then who?
Come on. The mummy. Seriously, I'm telling you, I've heard stories like this before.
Where? From what? England's most haunted shit stories?
But seriously, though, if that thing did do it, we're about to be touching him.
Then we better not wake him up, then. Come on. Look at that. Get me a photo of it.
Really?
Come on, mate. How often do you get that close to a mummy? Say cheese. No, mate, it's too blurred.
No, look, come on, let's just get this done. Get the mummy out of here and let's go, please.
Come on, one more, please.
No, I just want to go home. Do you know what?
Come on, mate.
You can deal with this. I'll meet you back in the van.
Well, don't be a prude. Tosser. Say cheese. Loving that. Wow. That is my housing deposit sorted there. Quite a pussy magnet. You don't smell that bad.
Stop messing about, all right? It's not funny. You know how much shit we can get in for this, right?